But that being said, we keep saying these people got to go hard in the paint, and
Right.
they go soft in the pudding. Like it just doesn't.
Yep. That's a medical
It,
term there, yes.
yeah, it keeps not happening.
The big one that I want to start with was PS5. We got some confirmation on a PS5 event. They postponed it last week, and so we have a new date that's very soon. So I'll get into the article here. It's from The Verge. Sony's PS5 event rescheduled to June 11th, and it's of Jay Peters of TheVerge.com. Sony announced today that its upcoming PlayStation 5 event has been rescheduled to Thursday, June 11th at 4 p.m. The event was originally scheduled for June 4th, but was postponed following the death of George Floyd and protests against racism and police brutality happening around the world. Sony plans to show off PS5 games during the event, and it will run for a bit more than an hour, Sony Interactive CEO Jim Ryan said in a blog post announcing the original event. The presentation, which is pre-taped, will be broadcast at 1080p and 30 frames per second. Sony did that to make it easier to produce while many of the staff are working from home during the COVID-19 pandemic, according to a blog post by Sid Schumann, a senior director for Sony Interactive Content Communications. The games you'll see on Thursday will look even better when you play them on PS5 with the 4K TV, as you'd expect, Schumann writes. Schumann also recommended wearing headphones during the event because there's some cool audio work in the show, and it might be harder to appreciate if it's pumped through your phone or laptop speakers. That sounds like a reference to the 3D audio capabilities already announced for the PS5. So yeah, Gavin, we got some confirmation. We got a date. We're going to see PS5. It's going to be an hour long. What do you kind of expect them? Do you think they go, hard in the paint, showing off the console, showing off gameplay? Is this more of a response to like how Xbox handled their first reveal of some of the next gen stuff?
Yeah, I think you have to go hard in the paint. That's their that's the game. But that being said, we keep saying these people got to go hard in the paint, and
Right.
they go soft in the pudding. Like it just doesn't.
Yep. That's a medical
It,
term there, yes.
yeah, it keeps not happening. And I guess, and I think people have to be really understanding, and it does suck that this is going to be 1080p, 30 frames per second, because that's not necessarily what we want. But yeah, it's so hard to edit that footage at home. These people are on their laptop, like
Sure.
these towers that they're using to edit this footage. These are some work fucking horses. These are some powerful rigs, so it does suck that they don't have access to that. Um, but yeah, that's we just gotta hope. An hour is a long time. Uh,
Yeah, and so
it,
is there filler, or are they just coming out with announcement after announcement, or relying
yeah,
on gameplay and teasers? Even those trailers, if it's a trailer for a game like a concept, those aren't very long. So I imagine we're seeing
right.
some possible, 5-minute gameplay chunks to help like bridge that gap. Are they going to have like the cardboard cutouts they did last time? Was it, I want to say Mark Cerny, when they did their GDC thing they put online? It was a very weird, bland stream that they put up, but it was really to talk about like the architecture behind the PS5. It was being
Right.
hyped up as this next gen event, but it was super boring because it's very technical. So I wonder how they handle how the visuals look. Like, how does this thing look? There isn't an E3 now, so do they try and create that kind of presence of these huge screens, or is it more just like announcement after announcement, kind of like the Nintendo Directs, where it's just the footage itself, maybe somebody
Yeah.
narrating, but that's it.
I mean, I don't think they'd copy too much from that speech since they kind of already did it. And that's, I mean, that was supposed to be a GDC talk, so that
Yeah,
was
exactly.
yeah, I mean, people got hyped up for the wrong thing.
Yep.
But I don't know. I think we'll have some talking heads, and I think that's acceptable. Something pretty comparable to a Nintendo Direct, kind of going into features of these games, talking about that. I think as much as we are going to see gameplay, I think the talking heads is we're going to get a lot of people talking about the benefits of the PS5, really talking about the new things they can do. It is going to be about the games, but I definitely think it's going to be more about the PS5. I think we're going to see tech demos, whether we like it or not. They are quite cool,
It's
but
fair.
they're not vindicative or indicative or whatever that indicative is
Vin Diesel,
uh,
if
of
yeah.
of the final product. But
Do you
yeah,
think we see
so
the box?
we keep saying we have to, but we don't got to do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're launching this year, which they said they are, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'd hope that we're finally going to see the box.
You'd imagine. I guess they
Uh,
have the whole summer to keep advertising, but you know, it's got to be soon because we don't know what the fuck this thing looks like. But maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know.
And that's the thing too. It kind of doesn't matter. Like, do I want the Xbox? Like, would I care if the Xbox Series X looked like the current Xbox or its current thingy? I don't
Right.
care. Do you care?
No, I mean, I like the whole like tower looking design, but maybe that's the only interesting thing that they kind of changed the model with how it visually looks now with their next console. But yeah, I mean, as long as it's not, they can't do anything so extreme that's going to turn off people. If you look at the last PlayStations, it's all been the same kind of design, unless this completely throws that out and just really goes in a different direction. I feel like we're in line for the same kind of box shape thing that has next gen stuff in it, and I'm on board. I don't really know what else we need to get from it.
Yeah. It would have been interesting if theirs looked like they were working on theirs in secret, and it turns out like Microsoft came out with theirs and Sony's looked exactly like that. Like,
Oh
oh
shit.
shit. Don't show it yet.
Yeah. Put a fucking bird on it or something, make it look a little bit different, or a hat. Yeah.
Paint a penis on it. People will be distracted.
Right. Just keep moving it around so they can't quite get a picture of it. Nice going. Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, this is close as a Thursday, so we're close to next gen. At least Sony's part of it, so we're gonna see some info, whatever they
When
decide to
was
spend an hour on.
right, when was it originally supposed to be?
It was last Wednesday, last Tuesday, something like that. I want to say Wednesday, possibly Thursday. They might have just moved it a week from that last week time.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll see. It's all pre-recorded apparently, so maybe that's the better way to keep stuff from leaking too, if it's just in a video. But although it's easier to upload a video that has all this stuff, so I wonder if that helps them avoid spoilers or leaked information by having a canned video that they then upload.
I mean, the fact that everything doesn't get leaked is astounding.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't even know what you do to battle leaks anymore. But I'm glad that so far this hasn't been leaked. I hope we get something big, man. What are we hoping for? I don't even know. That's the thing. A lot of the big studios that I want to announce stuff are working on stuff for the end of this gen. So and I'm really excited for that stuff. Maybe we'll get to see a little bit of cyberpunk. The problem is that's not really going to be next gen cyberpunk, so it's not a great
Right.
time to be showing it off. Yeah.
Yep, there are a few
Anyway,
things that haven't been shown off yet. Some of the speculation with Sony and Activision's relationship with like handling Call of Duty announcements, that maybe that's when they show off their supposed 2020 Call of Duty. Maybe they show it off there. It could also be maybe we see, what was that Elden Ring game that was supposed to be with Guillermo del Toro, I want to say, and there was another like well-known Japanese dev. They're doing some kind of like Demon
uh,
Souls, Dark Souls kind of game. I don't know if we'll see that there or what the relationship is with Sony, but
yeah, I think it was from software with Del Toro.
gotcha.
Um, so yeah, that'll be
But
interesting.
maybe
It's
something like
definitely gonna
that.
have monsters. It's gonna have 3,000% monsters in that game.
That's his jam, and maybe robots. Who knows? They might get super weird with it.
Something like that.
Nice, Gavin. Well, we'll see how that goes. We're very close, a week away, or 3 days, however time works away from this PS5 event. So we'll see. We're close.